what does your health have to do with your finances, and what does your finances have to do with the Transamerica pyramid scheme? Well, this is part 7, so stay tuned and don't go anywhere. Hey, this is Lance McGowan with Essential Oils Me, and I have my special friend here, Tanner Fergard. How are you doing?
Excellent. How are you, Lance?
I'm doing well.
Good.
So Tanner is in the financial services industry, and he gets a lot of questions about topics, and one of the claims that people make is people join the company primarily for discounts on the products, but are pitched primarily on the business opportunity. And I know this is especially true with traditional network marketing companies. And for me, my focus is on authentic network marketing, which is really different, and that's focusing on teaching and sharing, not recruiting and selling. And so when I look at that, that's a whole different model of how value is added. And yeah, I mean, I remember a conversation with a woman that I barely knew. I was referred to her, and basically when I first met her, she just pitched me for about almost an hour on her products. So she hard sold me, closed, and what it felt like was a 19-year-old horny teenager who was trying to close after the first date, and get some, if you will. And really, it's like I wanted to say, but didn't have the skills at the time to say, like, hey, can we go on a few dates? Can you meet my parents? Can you propose before we just get married, and seal the deal, So, and I don't even know if I like you or if you're going to be a good match for me, or so I think that analogy helps me understand that when people do that, they're just a horny 19-year-old teenager. It's just like, you gotta romance me a little bit, and
sweep you off your feet.
Sweep me off my feet, yeah, exactly. Knight in shining armor, or whatever that's the equivalent of for somebody. But we're talking about products and services here, right? But then, yeah, so I think that's important to know. And for me, like, because what I'm involved with is a product education-based company, there is also a way for the business side, but it's a separate conversation. And specifically, people can, obviously use and buy the products, and if they share them with enough people, they can earn their purchases for free. So basically, they're paying nothing each month. So, but that is a separate conversation, and ideally, it's only for people who are a product of the product, who actually use the products consistently, and then it makes more sense to do it as a part-time or even full-time business in the future, or at least something that they can earn what they're paying for free.
Absolutely. Well, my always thing, we talk about this all the time. Education is always the most important thing. I am a very firm believer that if you are educated, then you will make an educated decision that will benefit you and your family. If you don't, well, then that's on you, but it's not because I didn't educate you to the fullest of my abilities. And what I always tell people is, if you would like to make some additional income, if that will help you to achieve your end goal, then why not? I mean, that's really what we're always sitting down with people about, is how can we free up money, at least on my end, is how can we free up money and or add more income in so that we can achieve the goals that we want to achieve versus going around and around and around.
Yeah.
Right? Break that cycle.
Exactly. And I think as an educator, when we do our job properly, it's number one, understanding what are your needs, what are your goals financially or with regards to our health, and being able to match up a solution that matches that. That could be a product or service, that could be a business opportunity, but only after we get to know them and we know what they're looking for. So it's matching. It is a marriage, but only after you get to know them. Right? It's not a proposal on the first date, like I think what people feel caught off guard or they feel uncomfortable. I know I was very uncomfortable. And had I gone back in time, if I had what I know now, and I could go back in time, I would have basically said, hey, time out. I'm sure this is a great presentation, but can I just get to know you? Tell me a little bit more about your family, where you were raised, where you were brought up, what did you do for a living? Why did you do what you do now? I know that's just a lot of questions, but I want to get to know you, And I think knowing her, at least the short time that I spent, she probably would have been like, yeah. What else do you want to know? Anyways, here's my presentation. Here's the Ferraris and the mansions that you can get by, doing this. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, so but I think that experience has helped me be able to communicate that effectively. And now when I see it, I actually look forward to it. I see it as a personal development opportunity or a practice of the development that I've received, so I can then educate them on this should be like building a relationship, right?
Yeah.
But in obviously the customer realm, I want to be a customer first, but I want to see if I know, like, and trust you first. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's kind of like having that one night stand. It's almost like your analogy. It's just like it's a one-time deal, and then we'll see if we're together again in the morning. And that's what I feel most people are afraid of.
Yeah.
Is they don't know, if I do something with you, will you be there next week? Will you be there next year? Will you be there when I need you?
Wow.
Right? And that's why I always assure my clients, no matter where we are in the process, is we're not setting a plan up to just handle a couple decades. We're setting this plan in place to cover the generations that will be impacted by the decisions we make today.
There you go. It's about leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the three things I try to keep in mind is, number one, the individual that we're interacting with, and to not let one bad apple ruin the whole bunch. Like if we get hard sold or pitched or that pushy salesperson, to not let that ruin the company view or even the product or service they're offering. And so that takes some, bigger perspective. And then when it comes to not having misperceptions, we have to have all the information, we have to have accurate information, and we also have to interpret that information correctly. So when it comes to this topic of being hard sold or pitch the business opportunity first, I believe all those things will help us make better decisions, have more discernment, and really do things with wisdom. And for me, that's what it's about, is empowering people to not have to go down, that uncomfortable road of me being, now that knowing how, like deer in headlights, I'm like, so, and then even a previous one, I'll share in probably another video, but like I was sweating bullets because I was hard sold and I didn't have the skills in order to handle it like I do now. So, and I would always do so respectfully and with tact and with honesty, but it's nice to have those skills now so I can help other people hopefully be prepared, a little bit more prepared, even if they don't, handle it flawlessly, because it's still always awkward to be hard sold something.
It is.
Or whatever hard sold looks like, a product or a business opportunity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Coolness. Well, that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click the subscribe button so you can catch more video updates, or click one of the links in the description box below so you can continue to get your learn on.
And make sure that you're leaving some comments in the section below as well. We want to definitely hear what you guys have to say.